Hello. This is Pierre Petit. I am the agent for the Great Southern Ancient Miniature Man. I'm right here in Paris reporting live from an exciting new development. Our friends at Eskice Miniatures have provided some materials for the Great Southern Ancient Miniature Man to review on his channel. It is with great excitement that I allow this to happen. I have negotiated with Eskice, very nice person called Aaron, has sent over some miniatures all the way to Australia. They shall be getting there very soon, and we will cross live direct to the unboxing and further review from the great man himself. Au revoir.
Well, thank you, Pierre. And this has now arrived at my house here in Australia. So exciting to see what is in this big box from Eskice Miniatures. The biggest boxes I've ever got, by golly. Let's get all the gear out and see what Eskice Miniatures are all about. They do a lot of historical things, a lot of World War II particularly, and a moderate number of fantasy ones. So I'm very interested to see. It's all the ancient stuff that I was most interested in. Oh, what is this? Wow. Okay, Oasis. He did mention he might send a bit of terrain to have a look at as well. I wasn't expecting anything quite so grand. Let me get paper out of the way and we'll go through all the different components here. Anything in there? Oh, it's paper. Okay. So we've got, first up, bring this in a bit. So yeah, some sort of Middle Eastern oasis scene. Some textured sand, little building, and there's some palm trees that look like they can go onto that. Let's have a look. Quite nicely done, palm trees. To work out if they're meant to go in a particular area, you just stick them wherever you like. But that's nice. I have made my own palm trees in the past, which didn't look nearly as good as these. So get that out of the way. You can see the palm trees a bit more greater detail. The fronds are nice. Stems nice. A few tiny bits of plastic to be cleaned off, but nothing that would take more than a few seconds to get them ready. Tiny bit rough there, but yeah, they're good. But main event, what have we got? Oh, an elephant. Awesome. Have a quick browse through and go through them all. So I've got some Numidian cavalry there. Got a Numidian elephant. Oh, and Carthaginian cavalry, slightly greener resin. And then we've got our Roman velites. Excellent. Let's have a look here. First up, most exciting would be the Numidian elephant. So you might remember I've done a Numidian elephant based on what it should have been an Indian elephant from V&V a while back. I just modified it slightly because I already had a few Indian elephants. I wanted a different one. Oh, that's cool. Those two guys are together, although painting them would be a challenge like that. Anyway, never painted two guys stuck together before, so that'll be a good challenge. You can see it on quite nicely. Let's have a look at the elephant himself. Pretty smooth, good scale. I'll get the other one up and just we'll get a idea of the sizing. I think they're going to be almost perfect compatibility. Let's see, here's previous Numidian elephant from V&V. Here's this one. So scale wise, actually this guy is a little bit, well, considerably bigger in fact. It's a big elephant. Let's compare the detail. So the actual texture of the skin is a bit finer, simpler on this one, not quite as prominent, and similar on the ears, not as textured, but I think once it painted it'll look good. We'll find out anyway, because I'm going to paint him up and bring him back. So I'll probably go to do another video with multiple different groups as I get through them, I reckon. Let's go to the velites and see how they go. So these are interesting velites. I did see the pictures. They're different in that they have a kind of, not a scutum, a thurio style shield, which generally most of the velites are depicted with these round target style shields. Most art and most descriptions, so they're sort of nice to have a few that are slightly different. They look good. No assembly needed, bugger all cleanup needed. I was interested in the scale of these compared to some other velites. Let me again grab a few others and we'll just look at them. Where's some velites? Right, sorry, here we go. I wonder if they are a tiny bit smaller. Let's see. So there's Aventine, and then he is a Victrix one. Oh no, they're very much compatible with these ones. Yeah, in fact, he's almost, is he bigger? No, he's really perfect. Perfectly scaled compared to these. That's a nice active one, rushing forwards. I think they'll be good. They've all got the wolf cloak on. Relatively simple patterning on the back of the texturing on the back of the cloak. If you compare, say, with the Victrix, they're not as nearly heavily patterned or textured. But again, I think they'll paint up quite well. And they're all different, each one of those guys, I believe. How many got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. Some interesting poses. Him directing the traffic, this guy jogging along with his shield out. A tiny little defect there, but you could say that's due to battle damage. Actually, I might paint it up to look like that. That would be good. Maybe it's even intended that way. Teeth on the wolf cloak is good there. It's going to be hard to get in to paint his face. He's going to have a very basic face, this guy, unless I have to cut his arm and take the shield down to paint it any better. I'll have to do a simple job on him, I think. So they look good. I quite like the look of them. Let's go now to the cavalry. So we've got a few Numidian cavalry and then a few Carthaginian, quite a lot of Carthaginian cavalry in fact. So I just got the 3 Numidian cavalry. So they're quite big. Let's see, compared to these Victrix horses, they're a bit bigger. And you can see that anatomy is a little more simplistic than the Victrix ones, or the Wargames Atlantic ones. Don't have as well defined musculature, but they're nice. And I like the pose there, the guy leaning down, about to do some impaling. His spear's broken, but it should be pretty easy to fix that. That one's quite nice, galloping along as well. And then what do we got? This guy. Oh, he's cool with his shield strapped to his back and posing. In fact, he's rearing up. Yeah, that's great. I like that one. Probably like that. Looks like a bit of mouldy stuff got to be removed from under there. Again, the musculature is less well defined on these ones than the Victrix or the Wargames Atlantic, but I think they're going to be good. Let's go to the Carthaginians and see how they compare. So this is a bigger batch they've sent me. It might have been 8 or so. Oh yeah, I was hoping for some Carthaginian infantry because they looked really cool, but I haven't. Not in this set, unfortunately. Never mind. Can't get everything. I should actually mention that I paid for the postage, but otherwise they were freebies, so I must be very thankful to Eskice Miniatures. Let's have a look here. So again, the scale works pretty well with Victrix and others, and again the musculature of the horses particularly is a little more simplistic than those other ones. The figures themselves, the riders, look cool. Look at this guy. Oh, interesting, these have bases, whereas the other ones didn't. I do like the riders. Kind of a pity that the riders and the horses are attached. I wonder if they come that way or they've been... Yeah, I think they do. Must be printed in that way. So I'd be tempted to try them on some other different horses, such as those War Games Atlantic horses I got, light horses I got recently. That's great with a banner. He's cool. This one, yeah, nice. So every single horse is different. There's another problem with that spear just having snapped off a bit at the back there. Oh, that's a different one, but anyway. You can always take these spears off and use a broomstick spears. That's what I might do. And oh, he's nice. Another one, rearing up figure. Yeah, great. All right, good. I'm going to enjoy painting a few of these and giving a look at them. In fact, what I'll do is probably just prime a few first so you can get an idea, because I often find they look so much better once they've just had a simple black plus or minus a white zenithal highlighting. They look much more interesting. Okay, before I go, I am hearing something from Pierre in Paris. What's that, Pierre? Sorry? Pierre, you there? Oh, hello, it is Pierre. Who is that? This is the Great Southern Ancient Miniature Man. Pierre, go ahead. Oh, hello, this is Pierre. Sometimes I find it very hard to understand you with your outrageous Australian accent. But I have very important announcement here, coming to you live from Paris. Okay, Pierre, go ahead. Oh, welcome back to Paris. A very exciting development here, and thank you to the great man of the Southern Ancient Miniature. We have some breaking news with the Aaron from Eskice, providing some secret codes so you can all get some advantage and experience these miniatures all for your very own selves. There will be a 20% off. But listen very carefully, I shall say this only once. This is a secret code for discount on the store. I will put a link below. The first code, there are 3 codes, all very similar, and it may be only available to the first 3 people. I do not know what Aaron has in mind. Code number 1 is G for Gascony, S for Silly English Pig Dog, A for Aquitaine, M for Montpellier, M for Marseille. Number 241. The second code is the same as the first, only the number is 242. The third code is the same as the first, only the code is 243. I hope you use these codes very wisely, and it has been a pleasure reporting to you. I will see you later. Au revoir. Righto, thank you very much, Pierre. Poor old Pierre. Always wanted to be a foreign correspondent or a war journalist, but best job he could get is freelance reporter for the Great Southern Ancient Miniature Man. What a chump. Anyhow, let's look at these guys that I've now done a bit of priming on. So this is the elephant, and he looks great. Looks a lot more impressive, I think, now he's been primed. A little bit of roughness on the blanket there. There was a bit of the 3D printing stuff that needed snipping away, and some in trickies to get to areas. So you do need some sort of side cutting pliers to get at some of them, and even a little scalpel or hobby knife to extract some of those pieces I found. Here's what I reckon are the best of the cavalry. I do like these ones. Again, quite a bit of stuff needing cleaning off, and again in hard to get to areas, and some of these areas are going to be very hard to paint. I really think would have been nice for them to do the riders separately, and then you can paint them easily and also have the option to use different horses, because I think these horses are good. I do quite like them, but the other ones where they're all striding out, galloping, they just look a bit weird. Their tails are very long, they're quite elongated, and their musculature on their, particularly the upper parts of their legs, just looks a bit dysmorphic to me. So anyway, I'm going to do these ones, and I think these will be really good actually. And the shields are a little bit slightly malformed on these ones. Aaron did say these were kind of test models, and since then he's done more that have been more perfect. So don't worry about that. They should be better if you get them yourselves than these. So they're looking very promising, I would say. And then I've got the velites to show. Now there were quite a lot of the Thurio shields. I wanted most of them to have the rounded target shield, so I've modified quite a few of these a bit to get a bit more variety and get more target shields in. So let's go through them. So this guy, I've changed his arm. He had a Thurio shield. I've given him a horn from another set. He looks quite nice. This guy had the shield right up in front of his face, so I've snipped it off. I'm going to paint that separately, and I'll put it back a little bit lower so that enables me to get to its face and you'll be able to see the face. The plastic is really good actually. It's very hard. It doesn't shatter like a lot of the 3D printed ones. So actually getting the arms off and stuff was not easy. I couldn't cut through it just with a hobby knife. I had to use the little side cutting pliers. This guy had the Thurio. Again, I've taken that off and I've put a different arm on it. I'm going to give him a round shield, sort of a commander directing troops there. This guy again had the Thurio. I've taken that off, given him a couple extra spears, so he won't have a shield at all. They've got great dynamism, these velites. That's the best thing about them. Really interesting motion captured in their poses. I think they're great. This guy is exactly as intended, as is he, running forwards. He's cool. I like it. All their wolf skins are, as I've mentioned before, pretty simplistic, but we'll see how they end up looking. This guy charging forward with his sword out, he's nice. And the final one, again, purely original. Yeah, in the action of throwing the spear, he looks very good. So I haven't decided which lot of these to paint first, the velites, the cavalry, or the elephant. So let me know which one you'd be most interested in, and I shall get to work on that. I'll put up those codes, the secret codes from Pierre, so you can get some discounts with these Eskice miniatures. So yeah, let me know which group you're most interested in, and I will get onto them ASAP. See you soon.